What's going on, guys? It's Patrick here, and welcome back to another Top 5. Now, today, guys, we're going to be going over 5 reasons why Infinite Warfare Zombies might not be better than Black Ops 3. So, before we get into this video, I gotta respond to the confused, negative backlash on last weekend's video. So, last weekend's video was the exact opposite. It was 5 reasons why Infinite Warfare Zombies might be better than Treyarch. And I just feel like people really just didn't understand the point of that video, and I want to clarify a little bit that the point of this and last weekend's video is simply put to compare this game to Treyarch. Last weekend was looking at the good side of it. This weekend is looking at the bad side of it. I don't know. People just, their minds exploded and was like, oh my God, you're supporting this game. You are obviously Hitler, and I hate you now. Not everyone said that, but there was a few people that really just, I don't know. If you get emotionally upset over a video game, you should really reevaluate yourself. But anyways, I just wanted to clarify so you guys aren't like confused on this stuff. I just want to argue both sides of a story here, and today we're going to be looking at the bad sides of Infinite Warfare. So anyways, guys, let's get into it. Coming in as our number 5 reason, it's going to be that it is co-op orientated, like so co-op orientated that I don't even recommend playing this map solo, okay? So if you have played this map or if you have not, you've probably heard someone like me, maybe Noah, big solo players complain that it's just not suited to play solo. And a couple of the reasons are I think that they wanted to make it like a very fun multiplayer experience, but unfortunately that's taken a little bit back for the solo players. And a couple of examples of this are if you want to play the arcade games, you can't. Like you basically can't play anything besides like shoot 2 basketballs and then you're going to be getting attacked by zombies. Even if it's mid-round, you only have like a very, very brief moment to play it. Just things like the Lost and Found. When you down, you have to go back to this tiny little area and train through and survive. Getting Jug solo at the start of a round if you've downed or something like that is just, again, it's a nightmare because it's like this dead end area and it's just so hard to go in solo because you just have to train like an absolute savage, okay? The only thing that isn't reliant on co-op is basically the Easter egg because it's easier. But other than that, I just feel like this map it was just so meant for not playing by yourself. And if you don't have anyone to play with, you're just SOL. Moving down to number 4, this is going to be something a little bit detached from the actual gameplay itself, but this is looking at the overall success of the game. So not just Spaceland, but for the future of this game as well. And this is that, number 1, it's not Treyarch, but more importantly and worstly is that this zombies mode is attached to the Infinite Warfare stigma. So you've probably seen that video that has a lot of dislikes on YouTube. That's a trailer for Call of Duty. And that's a problem because people they think they're cool to hate on Call of Duty because, oh, it's Call of Duty, it's big, and if I hate on it, I'm so counter, whatever. And that's just not good for the game. People like to go, oh, it's shit. People just say, oh, it's shit. Like, no reason, it's just shit. And that is going to put off more fans to even consider trying to play the game. The fact that it's not Treyarch, it just doesn't have that like, oh, this is going to be guaranteed good or probably good. And that's just not good for the overall success of the game. Now, just because Treyarch didn't make it doesn't make it inherently bad, but just the overall look, the sales, all that kind of stuff is going to be negatively affected just simply because Treyarch didn't make it. At number 3, it's going to come down to being tedious. Now, what does tedious mean if you don't know what tedious means? Well, tedious just means that it's like not fun to do. It's a bit like of a chore in a sense, and that you just have to do it and just get it over with and whatever. And I'll argue that Treyarch has had maps like this as well. Transit is tedious. Zetsubo is tedious. But this game mode, I just feel really specifically has the potential to be extremely, extremely tedious. So, for example, things like building some of the wonder weapons. So, like the Discord, the face melter, the shredder. Like they've got some aspects of it that are just really like annoying. Like, oh, I need to do this like really easy task, this mundane task that just, I don't know. Stuff like that has the potential to get bad. Now, I think they did a pretty good job with it in Spaceland Zombies, honestly. There is some stuff that bothers me. However, in the games to come, the future games, they could easily screw that up, okay? Like, I think things like the roller coaster was a pretty good idea, and it doesn't get too tedious unless you have to do it like 5 times in a game, okay? Like shooting baskets, shooting hoops, whatever. Even the arcade, the Afterlife arcade, all that stuff is okay, but moving forwards, I'm really worried. Like, they did a good job, a fine line on this map, but I think to some, it did go tedious, and there's so much potential for that. So that's something that I'm really worried about moving forwards. Now, coming in at number 2, it's going to be the characters. So I inherently don't have a problem with any of these characters, and I think they're actually quite entertaining. They did a pretty good job of having them have like a stereotype, but it's not too overdone like Transit Crew did. So my problem with these characters, though, and I've even talked about this with Mr. Waffles a little bit, is that there's nothing to get invested in them, okay? They're just throwaway characters, right? They're like the Transit Crew. It doesn't matter if this crew dies. I really don't care, and I don't think anyone cares. There's just no involvement in them. And a good example of when I say involvement, because you could say, oh, well, you know, the Origins crew, they've had so many maps to, like, you know, have character development and stuff. My argument against that would be Mob of the Dead. That is a crew that has had one map and are absolutely interesting AF, okay? Weasel is like, I've said it a million times, but Weasel is such a deep character, and there's just no depth with these characters. I don't care about their safety. I don't care what happens to them, and ultimately, even like Willard Wyler, okay? He's just an idiot. I hate his cutscene. I am Willard. No, I don't care, Willard Wyler, and I'm so glad I can skip you every single time. The only character that I have any concern for on the entire map is Neil. And he's a robot. Now, as an honorable mention, I don't think it would be fair to just simply say what Infinity Ward has done wrong. So here's a couple reasons why Treyarch Zombies is better than Infinite Warfare, okay? Are you ready? Let's do this. Nocturne Toten, Doris. Keener der Toten, 5. Ascension, Call of the Dead, Moon. Nuketown Zombies, Mob of the Dead, Buried, Origins. Shadows of Evil, The Giant. Der Eisendrache, Grog Krovi, Revelations. Dr. Monty, Richtofen 1.0, Richtofen 2.0, Nikolai, Dempsey, Takeo. Samantha, Blowing Up the Moon, Blowing Up the Earth, the PPSH, the Ray Gun, Mark 1, 2, and 3. Every other single wonder weapon except for the jet gun and Winter's Howl. And let's not forget that it is the greatest game mode in the history of the universe. And coming in at number 1, it's going to be the storyline Easter egg. Wait, what storyline Easter egg? Okay, so let's back up a bit. The storyline of this so far that we've gotten is that there are 4 people, they go to a theater, and Willard Wyler does some crazy Shadows of Evil ritual, and it makes them go into this real life zombies, purgatory, whatever the heck you want to call it. And from there, they've got to survive and all this stuff. And then they do some random stuff, and they fight an alien, and nothing really happens after that. The alien just kind of dies. So rip alien. But more importantly, I just don't see where any of this is going, okay? I can see Willard Wyler is obviously like a bad guy, and he's trying to get their souls and whatever, and they're just trying to make a movie. But it's just like, okay, like, so what? You know what I mean? Like, are they gonna band together and stop Willard Wyler? Is that gonna be the goal? Is it? I don't see any forward projection right now of this. Like, the Easter egg could have done more, and I'm not saying like, oh, we should have had an ending cutscene, because listen, like, you know, that's Treyarch's thing, and if Infinity Ward doesn't want to do that, that's completely fine. But maybe some character quotes or something. But we just haven't really gotten anything on storyline, and I just feel like that's really important for a map. You know, you want to be like, oh, we're going here next because of this reason. And I think they've set it up in a way that makes sense with how Willard Wyler puts them into a movie. And each DLC is probably going to be a different movie. but it just hasn't really set itself up to be all that interesting. So anyways, guys, that's going to be the video for today. Make sure to let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Again, I don't care what game you like more or least. I just wanted to compare the two game modes. That was all I wanted to do. And that is what we have done. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, as well as subscribe to the channel if you're new. And other than that, guys, I guess I'll see you later. Peace.